Miss, please see the pad of sticky notes that I've slid under the door for you. As you will not speak to me directly, will this suffice? Captain Bax.
Captain, it's Christina to you. Scene.
Miss Christina. Duly noted. Captain Bax. Captain's Log, EDC 4093-1909. Well, we're about halfway to Lyran now, and it's about time to make a pit stop. Thank the suns. This new shipmate of mine is driving me up the wall. Oh, she refuses to talk to me directly. I have to resort to communication via sticky note. This is incredibly frustrating, especially since I want to be able to explain to her why I can't just let her free. However, the situation is a bit too complex to describe by the sticky note method. Hopefully, I can find something at the refuel station that'll at least make her a bit less stubborn. I should probably check with her and see what that could even be. Captain Bax, signing out. Miss Christina, I'm about to make a descent for a refuel and a brief pit stop. Is there anything you would like me to pick up while off board? Captain Bax.
Captain, I respectfully request that you let me off the damn ship. Scene.
Miss Christina, unfortunately, that is not exactly an option. In lieu of your freedom, would you perhaps enjoy some fruit? Captain Bax. Grocery list. Enough food for 2 weeks for 2 people. A few extra fuel rods. Some bottles of Sagittarius raspberry. Cereal. A couple of crates for trading. Extra clothing and stuff for Christina. Pens and ink for Christina. Freedom for Christina. Something something. My head on a mounted plaque. Oh, and probably some grapes.
25th of Secundus, 10/4/57. I don't have much time. The captain's left for the market. If I'm going to go, now's my chance. Wish me luck.
Security alert. Aggressive activity against ship structures. DNA match negative. Activating photon barrier to prevent structural damage. Photon barrier engaged.
My attempt to escape failed, and all I have to show for it is some bruised extremities and a hoarse voice. I think the captain has some sort of biolock on her ship's shield generators. If that's the case, then it will only respond to her DNA. When I tried to break into her quarters to find something I could use as a substitute, those doors were also biolocked. This kind of tech is far beyond my understanding, so I don't stand a chance of trying to hack it. Since this is the case, I'm currently back in my room. My room. It's odd to think of it that way. In addition to the journal, the captain moved me out of the auxiliary room and into a small bedroom in what would normally be crew's quarters, of which there seems to be a lack of. She can't possibly pilot this whole thing by herself. Anyway, I'm still alive after my last entry. For some reason, the captain has been more or less accommodating, despite the fact that I'm still confined to her ship. I have to wonder why she's keeping me aboard, but I can't seem to think of any plausible reason. I have to figure out a way to get off this ship somehow. The captain's kindness is actually more concerning than if she were to just attack me outright. Maybe I can slip past when she comes back from the market.
Captain's Log, EDC 4093-2009. The shopping trip went all right. Got everything on the list. Well, of course, except all that freedom and head on a plaque stuff that Christina made me add. But was definitely surprised to find the photon barriers up inside when I got back. Christina must have been putting in some serious force in trying to escape in order to make them go off. Luckily, I managed to get a moment to explain myself when I was handing over her things. though the explanation was prompted by her breaking my fingers and trying to run for it. Luckily, of course, I had everything else sealed off, so she didn't get far. So she just turned around and then looked very, very shocked at just how quickly my fingers reset. I went ahead and took the opportunity to just give her a rundown on the whole, yes, I've got crazy cell regeneration, and the whole, no, I know that's not normal things. Also let her know that that's sort of the reason I can't let her leave. She wasn't happy, though that's kind of typical with her, but she at least stopped trying to break my fingers again. So, improvement! Now we can at least continue on to Lyran. So, Captain Bax, signing out.
"26th of Secundus, 10/4/57. I suppose the plus side to all of this is that I have confirmed I'm not crazy. The abnormal cell regeneration I witnessed the day I met the captain was real, and not just something I imagined. However, I am displeased by the fact I am still trapped on the Chaos. After explaining her biological abnormalities, the captain has informed me that that is her true purpose for kidnapping me in the first place. Skewed logic, in my opinion, but she definitely emphasized the if I tell you more, I'll have to kill you mindset. On the one hand, my medical curiosity is overwhelming. But on the other hand, I recognize the potential dangers if this information were widespread. At the very least, she confided in me something I highly doubt she had told anyone before. I wish I could go back to Astrid, but I suppose I can settle for staying here for the time being. In the meantime, I suppose I should not act so prickly. And I should apologize for breaking her hand.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the second episode of the Immortal Space Project. Do you like what you heard? Follow us on Tumblr and Facebook at the Immortal Space Project or on Twitter at TISPcast. Want extra content, exclusive Discord channels, or even early episodes? Support us on Patreon. And if you can, rate us and subscribe on iTunes. It really does help us out. The next episode will be up on January 15th. And now, an excerpt from the Universal Encyclopedia.
Throughout the universe, there are several commonly used dating systems. The most common and most standardized system is the Intergalactic Standard, or IGS for short. The IGS year is made up of 500 days total. Each day is 25 hours long. The year is broken into 10 months, each containing 50 days. The 50 days in the month are further broken down into 5 weeks of 10 days each. IGS is typically found in the format of year-month-day. The second most common is the Earth Date Calendar, typically shortened to EDC, proliferated by the often conquering human race, who based the calendar on the orbit and rotation of their home planet of Earth. It is less standardized, breaking down into years of 365 24-hour days, except for every 4th year, to which they add an extra day at the end of the month of February, to account for an irregularity in their planet's orbit that is somehow not accounted for in their normal calendar years. This is known as a leap year. The month names and lengths are not standardized. Upon joining the Greater Union, they've increased the amount of their hours in their day to match the length of the IGS calendar day. EDC is typically found in the format of year, day, month.